What's going on? My name is Ross. I'm going to teach you how to start a little t-shirt business from home, making some side income. I learned from some of the bigger ones like Big Brando, Stan Banks from T-Shirt Side Hustle, and Rich from Hustle Ninjas. I messed around with like vinyl on the Cricut. I have a little Etsy store, so I'm about to do an Etsy order, so I figured I'd put the camera on, but I messed around with Plastisol. I'll tell you in a later video where I get my Plastisol transfers from. And I got a hat press to do neck labels, things like that. I get my vinyl from Heat Transfer Warehouse. So if you can see that, if you want to go get some of that. This is HTV, this is Easy Weed from Caesar, I believe it is. So I'm gonna get into my Etsy order, so I figured I'd show you how I do the vinyl on the heat press, what I put my settings at. I just had your generic heat press. I didn't get anything crazy yet because I don't have too many orders like that, so I've just been sticking with this. This thing's giving me no problems. I had it for about a year now. So I'm just gonna get right into it and show you guys how I cut my vinyl and then how I'm gonna press it on the press. All right, so let's get right into it. So I'm still actually learning the Cricut myself. So I got the basics down of just, I've been trying to do layering and things like that. Layering's pretty difficult, but for the most part to work the Cricut program, it's really not hard at all. You download it, whatever you get it as. I had to get it as an app on my HP. So you download the app, and then it's pretty self-explanatory after that. And then all you do is you go into whatever design program you're using, you take it and you load it into the program. I have this for my order. I usually leave everything in black because it's easier for me to see, which, you know, I just change the color of vinyl. A lot of people, they'll change on here, but I don't do that. I put it in black so I know what I'm doing with it. I already have this lined up to what I want it as. So I hit make it here. It's very basic. Tells you where to line it up on the mat. So I put it at where I want it to cut on the mat. Make sure everything's all lined up. One thing with heat transfer vinyl, don't forget to mirror your image. And when you put your vinyl on the mat, you want to put, there's a shiny side to it. Let me show you. You want to put your shiny side down on the mat when you're doing heat transfer vinyl. So I lined it all up to where I wanted it at, where I want it to cut. Make sure everything's good. All right, everything's in that. And right here they have a little where you can mirror it, mirror your project, and hit continue. I just have the settings for this type of vinyl. When I use like glitter and stuff, I gotta change the settings, but for this type of vinyl, I'm able to keep my settings at what they are. If they have a vinyl setting on there, and then you can go in here and change your settings. So that's all, it's all ready to go now. So I'm gonna get you guys over here so you can see what I'm talking about. What you do is you load your mat in. Make sure it's all good. And then all you gotta do is just push this button here. Once it tells you it's ready to go, and it starts cutting. All right, so what I do to make it easier for me, I heat my press up, put it down, get the bottom plat a little warm, put my vinyl on there, warm it up a little bit so it's easier for me to weed it out. Alright, so you make sure your shirt's all lined out. I already did all that. Make sure the lint's off of it. I set my press for about 330 for 15 seconds for heat transfer vinyl. This press is a little bit different. Definitely invest in one of these, especially if you have one of these generic heat presses, because they're always off by like 5 degrees. This is right at 330. Put it up. I just give it a pre-press for about 4 to 5 seconds. I don't clamp it down. Make sure your pressure's on firm for this. Okay. Transfer. Do about 3 fingers down. Line it up, make sure it's centered. Put it there. Check the temperature again. There's 330. Down for 10 seconds. This is going to be a hot peel. Back up, pull quick. There you go. Alright, so there you go, guys. That's how you do a t-shirt out of heat transfer vinyl. Just a one-off shirt, one color. It's not that hard. I did it with generic heat press. If you're just starting off trying to get your feet wet, go with one of these, just to see if you like it or not. Because if you don't like it, this stuff is all resellable. It's always someone out there looking for stuff like that. So if you could like the video, subscribe, because I'm gonna be doing a lot more on this channel with t-shirt stuff, everything that I'm learning, take you through my journey with all the new stuff that I'm figuring out. And like I said, I'm new at this. I'm not gonna sit here and say I've been doing this forever. I'm just as new as anybody else starting off. I've only been doing this for about a year now, and I'm still learning things. I still run into problems, so hopefully I can help the next person out there that's trying to start a little business from home. And my next video, I'm probably gonna talk about where I get my plastisol transfers from, how to do all that. So if you guys have any ideas of what you would like me to leave videos of, put it down in the comments, and I'll look through them and see which ones I can get to. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.